Right, Jaja.
Even start recording figure so any little things in the beginning might use also just do it anyway.
So we have episode 3.
Episode 3. Nah, you not go on bad man. Not go on bad.
Now going too bad. Maintain the schedule and with university and thing and go and do the thing,
Um I would have for Saturday. You want me to we have talk about society and something
Men
more
in society.
me know say you have a lot to say, but
Well, and I really a lot, it's just that
are you
one
very
time,
passionate about it? No,
yeah,
you,
like,
you, have, you have certain passion about them sitting there.
yeah,
I see
man,
about.
when it comes to like masculinity and them thing, I'm kind of passionate because, like, especially with we black people,
Mm,
like, it would seem as if, like, we have been conditioned to not have a proper, like, family structure.
what do you mean by that? I want to hear
It's,
few. I feel philosophy. Want to hear upon it, few philosophy. Is interesting upon
of
them.
course, because my philosophy is, like, you can't teach perspective. You just can't explain it, isn't it?
Mm,
Yeah, so like especially like on a platform like this, although we don't really reach nowhere like that, isn't it? Like we have to
it's hard.
display my philosophy.
Uh,
Assume me, but yeah, alright. You want me to know if no realize ever since like slavery, right?
mm,
Um right after slavery, like the family unit was like the thing to do for black people. Like the family unit, like wife, husband, child. Especially like in the Caribbean, like people tend to have like extended families and all these things. Like the last 20, 30 years,
mm.
like this whole baby mother culture start just pop up, isn't it?
No, some people say before that someone would have grandfather and sitting with different mother. And you hear say you hear your mother when you say or your father say you have one half brother will live down away where whatever. No,
Yeah,
you feel
man.
say
Like
before that man.
no, like me attack when it become heavy, like heavy, like well evident, isn't it? Like in the last 50 years, right?
Mm, mm.
Like this whole single parent culture, baby mother culture, just become so prevalent, especially in this Western world where we live in.
Where else, where else,
Because it's an American culture basically control the culture of the whole Western world because are the only superpower on this side of the world, right? And the thing about Americans is they practice cultural imperialism, right? Basically, I just affirm a control where them control people by culture because realize, as a popular influencer in America says something, every
Mm.
Jamaican start take it up, isn't it?
Take you up, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, we don't hear so we have enough influence. We have
yeah.
enough influence man on this thing. It's just that we didn't even realize the potential we have. We have all this influence and we didn't even know how to really benefit out of it. But that's
Yeah,
that's a front tangent. Let me you did send some points, so let me go over that so
yeah,
we know they
man.
have over the place. So um first one you did make a point that is Gaelic culture.
Yes.
You explain Gaelic culture? Cause me, I feel like you probably have different perspectives or
Now,
ideas.
man. All right. Gaelic culture is basically in a Jamaican settings, right? Because me personally only can talk about Jamaican settings because that's the setting that I've been most familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
So in a Jamaican setting, Gaelic culture would be basically the culture that encourages men to think that their worth is tied to basically how much woman them can conquer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the more them conquer multiple women, and the more them get a stripe, the
Mm,
more them get ratings, the more them get that look of like, oh, am I the man in society,
yeah.
right? And this culture is propelled by both sexes, regardless
Mm.
of what them would want to think.
Yeah, you have a point. That's why I say something today. It's like, um, person say, man just look woman to impress other man. It's like you look woman so they can say, yeah, you get the woman, they just say, yeah, go to our next one and say, yeah, you get the woman there, rate it. Or if you say, yeah, we did have this, no, this amount of woman, or
Enough
whatever.
man do that, you know, me not lying up because like despite me never have like a set friend circle, because my circle of friends change every couple of years for various reasons. Like
Mm,
they will like me their own like group of man and hear them a talk about certain girl and how like yo oh the girl I look brother you see oh yo run a back rolling up on this that and such and such and such and you see like a lot of men right me now say all right
mm-hmm,
but there is a large section of men
mm-hmm.
that only look girl for basically
Boost
seek
the
validation from them friend circle and society at large. Because when time a man have a girl, you know, you have a pretty girl, I thought a bad little thing, bro.
mm,
Right? Sex and everything, right?
yeah.
When time now them all are walking a well populated area, you know. Out the boss head, they high up in the sky, so you know, isn't it?
Okay, feel good. You must say, yeah, man, and me have the girl where everybody I look for and
Nice
everybody.
and feel good. And he should. Me not say him nothing. Right?
Yeah.
But he should. But the thing is that now, does the need for her beauty and her companionship depend upon how good she look? And based on how much validation you can get from society because of how good she look.
Yeah, I not so much say anything wrong with that. Be happy say, yeah, man, we have this.
Nothing wrong with that. You have to look good, man. How them, man?
But I which is like no fair time, man, do that and it's like they just they feel good because they feel like other people around them will say, yeah, as I said, they might validate him and he might try to boost feel ego in a way. Kind of say, yeah, me have the price, so me I go feel good because me have she whereas you're not supposed to use that fee and leverage yourself. You're supposed to just have this gem and happy you have it and not care you're not supposed to care about whether anybody think is a gem or not. You're supposed to just have this gem and say, yeah man, I'm a gem this and me happy with it.
Women always as I mentioned, right? Them still a propel a culture by which their value is basically in them outer appearance, right?
Mm,
That's why them get the hair, the nails, the body.
mm,
Right? It's like the peacock, right?
mm.
Despite a male peacock basically have the pretty feathers.
Yeah, we get what you're saying.
But the thing is that like them women are we glam up and everything, right? Because them know how man stay and them tend to like talk against it, but them still a partake in the culture that propel that way of thinking, isn't it?
Oh yeah, when I say partake in a culture, when me like how them can change it. What you don't want to say females do different if you change it.
Change it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that mindset and culture are normally something where basically entrenched in people's psyche, you know, right? Also
Mm,
changing it, I gotta take time. But in attempts to change it now, I could have say, oh, basically half of the man them something more than good looks. And the man them have to actually want something more than good looks. Cause trust me, you know, most men don't want nothing but good looks and sex. Nothing.
most ignorant man. I feel like most ignorant man no want nothing more than that. Most no, I look man like man intelligent people like me and the people where we hang around daily. Can we can't say none of my friend them now look for just that. My close friend them look for more than that out
That's a
out.
companionship.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's like ignorant man look for them sitting there. And we have a lot of ignorant man. And
Enough
that's why I say enough relationships end up now work out because
relationships.
you have to put the quote for it. 'Cause is it really, then going at that and then they going at that then going a relationship with that specific thing, and then when they realize say, oh, you need to have more than that from both sides. You need to have more than that. Then it starts to fall apart, and
Yeah.
it's surprising that people still don't understand that. A lot of people still don't understand what they, as I say, ignorance on both sides. Ignorance on both sides. So the next thing you brought up was feminization of men.
Oh boy.
Yeah, talk about that one.
Big topic, man.
As I say, a European stage, I'm more you for.
Yo,
No,
alright.
no, me have opinions on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Want to hear. True, I know a few of your opinions. I want to hear a few opinions.
Yeah, man.
What you
My
want to say about?
perspective kind of out there compared to the average man, you know?
Nah, that's why we're here, so that's why we are talking about it.
Yeah, man. That's why we have put everything on the record for the record, you know? Ah.
Exactly, man, exactly. So go on,
Alright.
explain that the one
Yeah,
then.
alright. I mean, I know if I realize in when time you look into various creeds, belief systems, religions, and all these things, from Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, the whole of them, so, right? Even like the Hermetic teachings and all these things, you realize in this ecosystem we call the world,
Mm-hmm.
men have a specific task and responsibility. And because of their task and responsibility, they are a specific way, they have specific traits,
Mm-hmm.
right? That some man way back in the past defined as masculine traits or masculinity upon a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that are the same thing with the other gender. Females, them have specific roles that are evident, right? That are instinctive to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody way back in the past decide to call that femininity or feminine traits or responsibilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, normally, right? And I think you and I can attest to that females tend to operate on how them feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even in them speech, like if they answer a question, they always say, I feel that this and that, right?
Yeah.
No, no. Well, obviously, no, so we have exceptions to that because there are logical, well-read females out there. And even some, I don't want them who are well-read, um,
Mm-hmm.
them still make them affinity towards emotion, basically steer them logic. Everybody have bias,
Mm-hmm.
but emotional bias tend to be like the crux of most female arguments.
Mm-hmm.
In recent years, the way how me and a lot of other scholars see it, not saying that I'm a scholar, but me read enough of them works, isn't me? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
there has been basically a feminization, if that's the right word, of males, right? I don't know if I realize,
Mm-hmm.
like, since recently the lines between male and female are blurred, especially in the Western world, because of Western culture, right? This is even more evident in Western culture because the type of philosophy where them push, I'm in a need for really name a specific philosophy, but everybody know Western culture and which philosophy them push, which philosophies them push, right? So all of that long explanation that a while ago, I have to explain this, right? Nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
the man them act like woman and the woman them act like man. One time me say that enough people I got things say yo the man them are wear purse and skirt and this that. That's not exactly what I mean. That's like an extremity, isn't it? The whole weave and skirt and them alternate lifestyle, right? That are the extremity, right? But the thing is that men in society now are more docile. Men have fangs again, right? Men would rather like me don't know if I realize in like nowadays culture everybody open at them feelings. People can separate like the task that them have to do, instead of how them feel towards it. And most of them actions are driven by changing feelings. The example, Corona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the misinformation, enough people did scared and like people don't understand. So when there's an absence of change in emotion, right? The brain can think freely and objectively, logically, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that all emotion is bad, because you know, say emotion obviously the spice of life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like, I don't know if I realize like men can like them slowly I go over in the female territory, right? Just a man I wear a skirt, even chokers, right? Enough of the rapper them, all the entertainers are like the extreme obviously,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like them even make certain female like fashion statements and I try to rewrite it as the new masculinity, right? And the media I push all of this, cause you know Western media, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that men nowadays really lose them fangs, like what makes men instinctively men, right?
Wait, what makes men instinctively men? From your
Well,
perspective.
that specifically is like a large question for answer, but the thing is that men, um, based on the previously great men of the past eras,
Mm-hmm.
like Malcolm X and them man, like most of my heroes, them,
Mm-hmm.
like men should be logical, right? They
Okay.
should listen more than them speak, right? Right. They should practice masculine traits and all these things. Men should not be as quick to violence, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Despite violence is the language of basically the combative,
Mm-hmm.
right? Next thing to bear in mind, when me I say no, I know when me just get up one day, right? This has been the way of men in past societies and even now. But the thing is that the percentage of men that really practice masculinity now on a broader scale, I don't think it's really lesser. But the thing is that I feel it has been diluted and it is like because I don't know if I realize nowadays that sometime a man I really voice him opinion and stand up for himself, right? Like people on social media always say, "Oh, this is toxic masculinity," and "Oh my God, you men are being oppressive." And yes, I understand. Say in the past there has been tyrants, right? And I wouldn't exactly call them men, right? And understand say a lot of these movements are in response to what men have done in the past. Right? Me not grow on that, me not try to like grow on that or sweep that under the rug now. But the
Yeah.
thing is that realize say no, the man them are get way effeminate nowadays and because I like it's the thing, right? It's the thing. Like it's trending, right? Like like being a softer male now is trending.
What do you mean? What do you mean being a softer meal? What do you mean by that?
Basically in today's society, especially like I would say the younger set and the set like in the middle generation, right? Them don't really have like grit, grit like that. Like I understand so like no the woman revolution are going and all these things. Parallel to that, the thing where most people not talk about is that like a lot of the laws and all these things aren't on their side. Some men basically a lot of men a draw back in our shell are basically a go up on the next side of the world if you go live where like masculinity is still appreciated. People even have a feminist mindset without being feminist, because even the case with Tory, like men, them automatically are seen as
Aggressive.
yes, aggressive and guilty before them even like
Before,
try to
yeah.
clear them name or anything gets proven. And the thing is that if a man really stand up for himself and try to be an individual and own his masculinity, a lot of people might see him as aggressive or overbearing. Like like me don't know if you like me don't know if I ever like have a male teacher, like in a high school or primary school, and they were just like no nonsense, straight masculine and all these things. I always a sense a little like tension in the air.
Me get where I say like they are, but them teacher they usually they just come in and then just like serious and like you feel
Now, me not talk the one them where I
also.
try to be serious, right?
Yeah, me
Me
know
a,
where after them one they will just
yeah.
come in and they are always serious and
Yeah, but even if them crack a joke or a get joke and a live up the place,
no
like
usually get
there
joke.
is still a essence like, yo, me serious, don't play with me,
Me
right?
know alright, like teachers alright, we ask about teachers, like usually teachers like that they never usually come in all serious or anything, but
Yeah.
we come in and when when time comes for them get serious and they obviously now play around, then you kind of understand, like you have that respect for them. You know what I say? But and to the point where they come in and they
Yeah.
feel tough up and they now laugh
Yeah, when
and
I
they
deal with that,
they just
soft,
dance. Now,
soft.
alright. So when you ask about the feminization of men, now it's kind of like
Yeah.
kind of confusing. Um, but we get to where I say to an extent, but I think my perspective on it kind of different still.
Yeah.
I think my perspective different. Are in a way kind of different. Yeah, what I'd please say, not really men in general. Wouldn't say men in general. I get more feminine, and I don't even know if I could I use the word feminine. I don't know if I could use the word feminization of men, but men more and more say that men losing some ounce of masculinity. And I would say, I don't really want to say, oh, they might get feminized, because I don't want to make it seem like men
Yeah,
are taking feminine
but
traits.
naturally, when there's an absence of masculinity,
Maybe,
there's naturally femininity.
maybe there's an argument there for me. I would say, alright, so what I say is that certain things where men used to do, now they might hear say they can't do it, or they tie it as toxic masculinity and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't really believe in toxic masculinity. I really think not my name so. I think bad people do bad things and then no people want to come say, oh, that's a toxic part of masculinity. No, that's not a toxic part of masculinity. That's just a bad person doing something bad. Like when you usually see them talk about harassment and stuff, and then they will come and say, "Oh, that's toxic masculinity." No, that's not. That is not masculinity. So how can it be toxic masculinity if it's not masculinity?
Exactly. How can it be toxic if it's not?
Exactly. So things like that now, they will come to you as a man and say, "All right, since some stupid people or do whatever, we're gonna take away so and so from you. We're gonna any little thing now you do, we're gonna start for come out and we're gonna try to quote unquote cancel you or whatever
Yeah, them
and everything
demonize a
like."
specific quality, and anybody who really possess that quality there, them
Mm-hmm.
just like you cancel.
Mm. So like even something like I don't want to say men more aggressive, but men are more dominant by nature.
Naturally.
By nature. I don't even want to say I don't like say me I say oh men are always dominant and above. Me not say men are above one, but me I say naturally we are dominant. By nature
They
we are
should be
dominant.
dominant. Should.
Oh. why you say that women should be dominant?
Because no, that's the way how the world always run. It's just that people would love to believe that male and female equal, right? Nothing in this world is really ever equal, right? But people can coexist, right? Like
Mm,
there's this agenda a push like, oh, me get say all of we are human, right? The whole of we are human,
mm,
right? But people continually I say like, especially feminists, you them always move the goalposts. How like, oh, a man can this, but a woman can this. Yo, but a man can't do that no longer, but a woman can do this, and blah blah blah. I realize that
mm,
these people that are create these movements where create a narrative where basically twist the people them philosophy,
mm,
right? Them only create the narrative when it benefits them. Because even feminism, right? Here, for example, if a man,
mm.
let's say, he slap a female, right? Oh, he's an abuser. Oh my God, blah blah blah. For whatever reason, right? First thing is that nobody, nothing put them hand pan nobody, right? Me not believe in that. I understand say a man is naturally like stronger and all these things and more dominant. But the thing is that you have some places in America, if like a woman hit you first and retaliate, in self-defense,
Mhm.
right? Then most likely I go lucky you up first and charge you.
Mhm.
So um the people them who basically control these laws and control these movements and everything, them just spin a narrative for like influence and control. Most of the people them who create these movements, them not actually care. Them just want to know say yo if them can control the philosophy of people, them can benefit off it in some way.
I wouldn't use the word. I wouldn't use the word equal. I wouldn't say we're not equal. Mother say we are equal, but we're different. Mother, mother said that. Mother say we are equal, but we're different, obviously. And that's how mother phrase it. I
Yeah,
guess
but the
we are
thing is that
different.
when them say equality, them I make it look like say everything what me can do, you can do. Everything that you can do, me can
Mm,
do. And the thing is that even among men, right? It is not so because obviously you have different hierarchy of people. I have people different status and different financial brackets and social circles and brother,
mm-hmm.
there is certain thing Andrew them can do when me and you can do, right?
Yeah,
So would
that's
that
naturally.
make
That's
us
naturally
not
in nature.
equal or equal?
What I said, and as human beings, we are equal. And how we're supposed to be treated and all that stuff. Yeah, we are
Yeah,
equal.
man.
We're
That at the
different.
baseline, everybody
We're,
forget humane treatment.
yeah, we're different in the way how we are built and how we think and so on and so forth. Um, well, media make the points. Certain media say men are naturally more dominant, but like people can. I think a lot of females want to demonize that now. Like if
Yeah,
you try to be or if you try to be dominant, then kind of as many as leave it as toxic masculinity and so on and so forth. What that they say
yeah.
women end up on the platform, but in a different scenario, like
Like most of these like females that talk on social media and talk about like toxic masculinity and men always want to be dominant. When they check them personal life, them probably have a alpha in them life and dominate the shit out of them dog.
most
Them
people.
probably got work and can't tell them boss nothing and do everything them boss say.
Well, that's just how a lot of people they want to seem like they want to make a difference, and not that not not say, me not try to say women supposed to be submissive, and me not say that it's just certain things that naturally built into me. I think people are trying to demonize it, and
Yeah.
I think that's what so as I said, wouldn't necessarily say it's the feminization of men. It's just they might try to take a certain traits of masculinity
when we just start a podcast, I will talk about basically traits that are distinctively present in humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all right, the thing is that the human body tend to works in a way. Basically, you have two type of traits that can manifest,
Mm-hmm.
right? Masculine and feminine traits. So, and naturally, if you try to take away the masculine, that will um give way for the development of feminine traits. And like, we could have got deeper in some esoteric knowledge, but yeah, so I don't really like the place for that because we are talking on a broader spectrum. But I don't know if I realize that even in other movie them now, at the woman them I take an active role, like them I try to rewrite masculinity even out of the media. Because I think I went last week or a couple days ago, made I watch a new American Pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like them basically I rewrite it over for say like Stifler and girl I have a girl Stifler now and it's a all girl lead and everything, right? Right? Nothing wrong with that. Them can make woman movie, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with me have personally, the problem with me have with it is that all the male them in there,
Mm-hmm.
them are basically woman.
What do you mean? I'm never.
Feminine, soft spoken. Oh my god. Right? One other brother them, one little lacrosse ball dropping in him head, Lacrosse ball dropping on the dog and the dog spin round and strap a ground like say him a broke up.
Never go watch that because.
Yeah. I don't know if I realize that in some of these like mainstream movies, like you can see the agenda where them are trying to normalize these more soft and metrosexual like men.
Yeah, that's what I said at the movie because
Yeah, I
they
just watched it like a couple days ago.
really know say for New American Pie.
I mean, for be a conspiracy theorist, or whatever them call it, but like you can see that certain movies are more geared towards like making the females more masculine, like more assertive and like take on roles that were traditionally like men roles and these things. And them can do all them want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them can try to be man all them want. But my problem is don't popularize and normalize images of emasculated men. That's my problem. And the same American Pie movie. There was a scene when time like the girl, I think like this other girl takes her boyfriend and then after she sent one text to the person which was actually the boy's cousin, right? Female cousin, that him have syphilis and herpes and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like when time this man confront her, you know, say normally we don't expect man to go to her and talk to them straight and right.
Mm-hmm.
Bear in mind this is a black guy, right? Go to her. Oh my God! You told cousin so and so that I had syphilis, and now my auntie is gonna think that I have, and then this and that, and this and that. And then after she attacked him like, so I text her that girl this that rated it, right? There was something I know if I really understand when I try to compound with the agenda like say them basically them are try to emasculate the man them and normalizing it through media essentially because I don't know if I know that like music and art and fashion and all these things that influence culture, they can basically normalize any philosophy that the people them who are broadcast all of these music and fashion and TV shows, if they want to make anything popular, they can make it popular.
As they have been doing with a lot of things.
For example, in the 1990s, right?
Mm-hmm.
No man neither wear tight jeans. Be a big pants, baggy. Be a big shirt, long shirt with long chain.
Yeah, until they popularize it.
Yeah, until now, you start see all Prince and them on the tight leather pants with a shine and everything. I see the man them start wear tight pants and you have Young Money and them man the Lil Wayne and
Even
Birdman
it's
and them man they
crazy,
start wear the pencil
tight,
foot
tight
pants as
thing.
some people that call them on.
But even out here with remember when Cartel dropped the song Straight Jeans and Fitted and everything that that just changed the whole style of
Everything.
people.
And people don't realize that even now more than ever, when time entertainers have like social media where people constantly follow them because people spend more time on social media than them spend in a real life nowadays. People
That to,
honestly don't have fulfilling lives like that.
that to me that to me weird. Like you see if me go on Twitter and see you a tweet every hour, like to me it seems like nothing else I do. To me that weird. Just always depend social media. You
Yeah.
constantly get about it. Things would even relate to you, like things would even concern you in a concern. I feel like if you always part with a chatbot and something like that to me just weird. That to me weird. Yeah, some people every day go on Twitter, you see them on same for Instagram. Well, yeah, same thing, same thing.
Yeah, but if them now post, like you have people always just alert on social media and look what them favorite celebrity are doing all these things and like constant repetition, is the essence of learning. But them can learn anything, they can normalize anything from social media and basically big platforms.
Um, Next thing that you did have is like a leaders, mentors, and individuality, which is very true. I think there is a lack of leaders and
Before
mentors.
I start talk, right? You do remember last podcast when time I did ask you, how were the Malcolm X them there and when the Martin Luther King them there after today?
Mm.
Yeah. Go on talk.
So wait, you did ask, what did reply say when you asked me that last week? How many times?
Yeah, you say we not none.
I think I changed your mind, I changed your mind since last week.
Why?
No, no. I feel like they own it. I feel like they own it. Well, you see difference? Let me tell you the difference. They own them. But you see the difference is that you see people too busy a shout after each other to even realize that they own if even listen to them. People too busy a shout and chatter all sort of something to even realize that they own them. So you ever have people out there where they have certain thought patterns and certain ideologies where
Yeah.
you might really look up to or what makes sense, but we're too busy a shout after each other, try to cancel, try to cancel each other to even realize that them
Yeah,
people
man.
there.
And like me personally, I think so one of the reasons why like there aren't a lot of like bold like revolutionary leaders like one time. 'Cause remember like during like Martin and Malcolm. Well, Malcolm specifically because Martin Luther King did have to recant him speech and say him integrate in a burning building and one bagati, right? But like I don't know if I realized that there was like a few leaders a pop up every couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But in recent time for the last 20, 30,
Yeah, about
nothing.
20, 30 years.
Yeah, because like people look to celebrities to tell them, especially black people. And the last podcast, me say it, I'm not gonna stop saying it. The Western black race, or whatever you want to call it, we only look to celebrities for leadership.
Now if you tell you how we think and
Yeah,
influence
I
you.
remember I said these celebrities, most of them only skilled in their craft and well versed in knowledge that is relevant to their like industry. So the thing
Mm-hmm.
is that no, when you ask like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar if you say, oh man, how can you fix black problems and this and that and that and that? Them man they goodly know how to like fix a master track and put um plugins on the track and put like a reverb and like a delay and them thing there and overwrite a 16 bar verse and 32 bar verse and 64 bar verse and them thing and overwrite a chorus and a hook. Right? Like people honestly put like pressure upon entertainers, especially like black people, right? Them put too much pressure to lead them.
If you kind of guide them. I see, alright, you see the same thing we said about J. Cole and Kendrick a while ago.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, man, them have some.
Yeah, them have a wealth and knowledge, but the thing is that
What me I say,
they aren't a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X.
no, obviously not. I don't know if people even realize that because when the whole protest it started a couple months ago, and you know, people out in the streets and march and stuff. Like a lot of people are coming up, they must say, "Where are the celebrities?" It's like to me, it's not like where are our kings and
yeah, where are our leaders? Oh, come save us, Almighty Kendrick. Come save
like,
us, Almighty Cole. Oh my God, come save us.
What them supposed to come and say we are going to change anything? Yeah, they have a platform, and yet they have a platform where it can make certain messages go across and further. But we are truly only put them in that position where we feel like say, oh, these entertainers now them supposed to be the ones who are gonna make the change and radiate it. Well, as I said, them probably know how to are them know how to make music and they know how to entertain me. When it comes to certain issues now like like change and stuff, they're probably not the best. They're probably and I don't know. I saw Jake will have this quote unquote beef with this girl named No Name. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah, I know about a beef because like I'm a Kendrick fan, right? Me's a deep Kendrick fan. Right? There's this girl from Chicago named No Name Gypsy. She one of them like radical feminist woman there who believes that all men for come out of power and this, that and that. Yeah, so basically one of them mad people, right? So when she has said now is that, oh, like enough rapper I make enough song about black struggle and rate it and rate it and rate it. But when the protest them are going, none of them is there to be seen. And the thing is that in our generation, the rapper we are make the most profound statements and the most popular album about like black struggle and black life in rap are like the Kendrick and the Cole them. Right? So the thing is that now J. Cole now jump up, right? Jump up. I make like a response song. I think it named Snow in the Bluff. Right? And basically I say oh him I just one normal man like everybody else and him just I try to look on both sides and try for this and him not really agree with the vandalism and everything and everything and everything. J. Cole and Kendrick them smart enough to see that like Black Lives Matter and the whole like majority of the protests them no make sense because all people are come for just mash up things and thief Gucci shoes and clothes one bag or something.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick stay silent, you know, and it's like him did got like couple of the protest them, but I really like the low key one them where you know nobody not thief nothing and mash up nothing and like me I tell you, you know, at the protest them, it was such a like mockery, you know, right? People are twerk in the streets. Twerk and I get naked. Brother.
No sense.
Brother, missing man, 2 gay man, you know, dog. I basically perform analingus, you know. Right in the middle of the street punk. All of them thing of them sound like fairy tale. The other thing say, yo, it's a protest, everybody feel be serious, it's about the black plight. Yo, by any means necessary. Yeah. But all them show is that in the face of oppression, them are gonna make up nice and thief things and basically twerk off of the police them. That's all them show.
It's just one big block party.
Brother, I just
one
like,
big party enough for this.
You know, like even since week one of the like Black Lives Matter activists, this albino looking guy. You think me this in a picture? They were like him take donations for like Black Lives Matter and thing, and it sound like enough money, right? And this man I spend the money on clothes and car and OnlyFans, girl and them thing the dog. And me I say, yo, like, is this your king? Like, if you give them the Killmonger, is this your king? Yo, like, really? Them thing you wanna encourage and I buy into and I donate money to.
Why? It even makes sense, cause it even look like not really a change out of all of the that going on and so on and so forth.
Not really changed. Them
Then
just say, oh, defund the police.
then I have the
That I have
problem.
more adverse effects.
The problem is that nobody know I have discussions. Everybody just a shout from across one room. Everybody just a shout after each other. And nobody
Yes,
not.
and the thing is that, you know, especially in America, most of the man, and that's why me really like bring up the topic of like effeminate men and them thing like that. Because like there was one time, you know, the man them like them organize and put in them demands, right? Them have organized like protests and not riots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them would actually like get in touch with them councilman or whatever, them governor, them this, that, and make them know, say, oh, them thing I can't go on and such and such and such. You know, like Malcolm days and like the civil rights days and them thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, everybody just want cuss and this, that, and this and that. You know, so like this form of like emotional outburst and cussing. It's strictly like well, not strictly because enough man I do it now. But that used to be only limited to females, but I realize that the man them more emotional than the woman them nowadays. Men who supposed to be leaders, conquerors. Rough.
What? Slowly, you get what I say about the more emotional. But yeah, what I say, you have some out there where I think more emotional than women. Um, but yeah, may I say the whole with everything what going, is like nothing really change. And as we did say before, it's not that we don't have any more Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, these people where them come and them preach a certain message where really uplift black people and it
I
really
know I don't really preach a certain message though. The thing is that them come with like a certain message that resonate with like intangible part of you. And then after now them actually put in the work for sure say yo them actually care about the cause, them care about the movement, them want better, them want reform and not just like oh you kill one away, oh one them people they fired and rated and then after now Ismail's $2 million for pain and suffering and then after done. Right.
mm,
Now the money I seek reform for themselves and for the opposition.
yeah. You
Right.
know something where me did like something where me realize is that them never did really push like a violent or heat approach. Like they never did hate the opposite side and they just have said they want change from the other side. Versus now where everybody is like they demonize whatever opposition there is. Like with black people they want demonize the whites or
That's why
with
I'm telling you say everything I get
liberal
so
party.
emotional now.
Yeah, everybody just in the emotions and everybody just
Quite feminine.
it is it seems like it might be, but we just we, we need to have discussions and that we need to do. So
Yeah.
it's like how we there so sitting after and we there so have this discussion. We need to have this on a bigger scale discussions. And what I love to hear what other people have to say.
But the thing is that me personally, like discussions with people that think a certain way is pointless because obviously, like a lot of people, like them think with them emotion and not knowing that basically the brain secrete like chemicals that cause these emotions. Also basically the emotions is a product of your brain. So why not think with the brain and not the byproduct, right?
Mm.
Like, yeah, if I try to argue logic to somebody will think with emotion, and you are gonna sound like the idiot.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not really argue with people because me, when it comes to logic, even if I am wrong, even if I would be at a disadvantage, me try to argue with logic.
Enough people can't even have a logical conversation nowadays. Yeah.
Because tell it, this all comes back to when me say, everything I become soft nowadays. Soft.
Um, sure. I would have thought, oh yeah, we have thought, let me say, what did the original point, the lack of leaders and
Yeah, like
stuff. What do you think we can do to fix it?
basically, me only speak like towards my race of people, because it's like every other race, but them have them leaders, them have them various philosophies, and them have them people them under control, right? So me only can speak towards the male of negroid melanated descent, negroid.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Talk,
basically,
talk with Jamaica.
oh for Jamaica, oh teach youth them to have sense, simple as that. Teach youth them to have knowledge of self, to be an individual and not move with the group think, the collective consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
right? People who do like sociology or do some like psychology would know say, oh, the collective consciousness is a very dangerous thing because the way how angry groups work or mobs work is that you just need one person to start think a certain way and present that thought with enough charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody start things,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, so me personally think say, oh, youths them for know knowledge of themselves, them for know them history, them for know
But
where them are come from
yeah,
specifically and not just say, oh, all of it come from Africa.
yeah,
Despite it
but
name Africa.
how
And
how you do that? How
me personally,
no, but me I say how would I like easy if you say
yeah, it's very easy to say, but it's hard to do.
that mention.
Um how? Like, I'm not saying that me have answers. I'm gonna try to have the answers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously basically the system how people operate nowadays, it's flawed because things just keep getting worse, right? Gradually on a decline. So would advise the youths them for actually like change certain mindset and encourage certain mindset. Like this whole mindset that it's not cool to learn, right? And the thing is that them even have a next mindset in a style. Them say, oh, if me learn, I'm know better than you, or me better than you. You, me, better.
Mm-hmm.
You, idiot. And
Yeah.
the thing is that we mostly see this from people with like lower levels of intelligence, or basically have enough approximate knowledge where like them read a bunch of books, not in its totality, or them read from multiple sources and try to like mesh all of them together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And next thing too, people need to have like loyalty them skin color,
Wait a minute.
loyalty to them race and them thing there, right? Remember
Wait.
said the Chinaman, Remember said the Chinaman, them come a Jamaica, and then after them just go a bomb and carrying them pitney, carrying them cousin, and then them go back to China, and a new set of them family come over here and go and run a business, Then after
Mm-hmm.
then go back to China and come back and work my new store, and then after them carry over more of them Chinese people them, right? Black people need unity, right? Black people don't unite, cause if you ask like most black people, they're gonna say, oh, the most wicked people me know are black people, Black people wicked,
That's true. That's true still.
right?
Very true.
Because, brother, we're under some adverse effects from slavery that people don't seem for basically change. And the thing is that other people who are trying to make money off of black people know these things and study these things and often manipulate it, right? Them knows that black people love the flashiness and not necessarily have what the flashiness come with, right?
When I say flashiness, I mean like materialistic stuff.
Materialistic and everything. Black people love the spectacle, right? More I realize when time a black person I tell a story, and the story like it's a good story, them always like exaggerate and make the story a spectacle. And even like when time a few people gather in like a place and like some like music are play, them always just love the spectacle that for just dead, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like people just, well, black people, them love spectacle, them love vibes, right? No corporate people, them know that. So them basically I use a mentality against so that in enough like things. What make you think all the brokest man, right? We have on a real Gucci shirt, real Gucci everything, but him still broke.
I don't know if you see, the materialistic stuff. That
Yo,
is
and not even materialistic stuff, them like the appearance of wealth, them like the appearance of the spectacle. And like brands like Gucci and them brand them know this dog. So then just go some bomb and pride. Like contrary to popular belief, rich people who really have like a large sum of wealth, them most likely I go just like me and you, them not go flash like that, but them spend on bigger things like houses
mm,
and stocks and them thing there. I only we the common man I focus on who can dress the best every day, who can get up out of them bed and just look like them have money.
remember me to send you. Or I'm never send you. Me to put your comment status and you did
Trump.
reply. Like, yeah, that whole thing. And I don't know. To me, it's just weird. If I wish, me see people like I said, they hoping dead from the corona or something. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, it kind of it
Keyboard
ironic.
warrior.
It ironic and it funny say
Yeah, it's
in
funny.
the
It's quite funny.
saying that make fun of it and must say whatever about it and don't actually catch it. But me can't understand why you da push it on this one. It's like me not understand why people hate him. Me can't understand why you don't like him. Yeah, but me not understand where this hate come from. Why so much people like hate him?
Trump, alright? Trump him have a specific style where him basically talk how him feel unapologetically. And Trump at times, man, if I realize him speech pattern, Trump at times will purposefully say things, forget a outrage, forget like a headline, just forget the people them attention.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the thing is that a lot of people know where I wish deadpan Trump now. I just internet keyboard warriors. My personal problem is that if you wouldn't go and kill somebody yourself, don't wish deadpan them. Don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
kind of.
because me personally, a man thing with you. You see me? Me I try to hone like my masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I realize enough of the youths them now think I could logic and them thing there. And me I say if you wouldn't go and take somebody's life, don't wish that upon them. They're gonna look like an internet thugger, keyboard warrior.
Mm.
Right? And like people very hypocritical because since Trump got in at the White House, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what they want to say about Trump. Me don't really care because America is here right here.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that there have been like previous presidents with worse things. Black Jesus, Barack Obama. This guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see how much bomb in Japan, Syria? You know how much innocent people get displaced and all these things. And you know, I understand the ISIS them a fight and rate it. But a lot of them like bomb the drop and them thing there. Yo, them kill a lot of innocent people. Yo, a lot of innocent children lose like parents, siblings, and all these things, right?
Yeah.
But no one will say, oh, him for dead, all of these things. But Trump, because the media hate Trump, right? Like the media, they basically have an infatuation with basically demonizing Trump and inhumanizing. And people just fall for it, right? Yeah, I not say Trump are the best person because honestly, I'm not in the business.
I mean, honestly, he is not a mechanic. You know, I can understand why you don't dislike him.
Like Trump seem funny to me because honestly, what Trump say and what him do, then kind of not add up because Trump say when the looting start, the shooting start, right? But at the same time, yo, him never like send the National Guard go shoot nobody. So the thing is that me feel say Trump have a very like marketing mindset, like yo, a marketer's mindset in which him we like set things for constantly like be in the public like spotlight, and then after now him say like something regarding to his presidency already, right?
Ever since he turned president, he always there some headline, he always do something.
Yes, like people don't understand like mind games, marketing analysis, and then just a fall feet. Them a fall feet. Hook, line, and sinker, bad man. My biggest problem is that the people them who them fi I wish death pan, right? Like certain cultural stuff, brother, where people endorse, like everybody a drug addict now, I take Xannies and rated and blah blah blah. And them thing that mash up people life, but me never hear nobody I say, oh, I wish death on all them drug dealers, oh my god. No. But yeah, I wish death pan Trump. Yeah, I thought the orange brother they will look orange.
Me even see why you would come with that. I mean, if you want him gone, you just vote.
People just want something to get outraged, especially Americans, right? Because their mind, yo, it's so easily manipulated by the media. People just
They want
yo,
somebody to tell them what to think, but people can't think for
them
themselves.
always want somebody to tell them what to think. Exactly.
They can't think for themselves. So,
Yeah.
instead of saying if some celebrity or whatever not come out and say, hey guys, so this is what I think, or so on, so on, so, or yeah, these beliefs are what I think, and whatever. Then they don't know, and until somebody come and present it with something, then they will just continue to believe whatever they have. So right now, all we see are going on is just people just follow trends. So if it's a trend to believe in this, or that people are gonna believe, and if it's a trend to say this, that people are gonna say, and that's how
People follow too much trend.
people follow too much trend, and that's how I see right now.
Them stupid, honestly. But this come back to me like the crux of my argument. Say, yo, everybody's so hyper emotional now. Yo, like, I don't know if you realize that there's a paradigm shift where, like, yo, the man them I get more emotional and the woman them I get more quote unquote heartless and militant.
I don't know. I can't comment on it. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Just look on the structure of culture now. Look on the media and how everything like a move right now. I realize like, man, I make more love song, but baby, oh, my heart is bleeding. The
When I make,
fight you have.
when I make love song for a long time.
Yes, love song from long time. But even the love song them now is like them a worship like the woman. I mean not talk in like a sexy romantic way. I talk like, baby, please come back, baby.
No, so I don't know about that
But
because
but
the all R&B song that's what they used to be.
but on the other side of the spectrum, the woman them a say, oh, realize not give about a nigga,
Okay,
scamming
but
ass, rich ass nigga. All them something they know like,
that no
oh,
more than said. Okay, yeah. But
get the bag, get the bag. Realize that every like man song, right? Especially the trap song them I make nowadays about drugs. Everything just like emo. Like, yo, I'm smoking on this black and mild and I got a like fistful of Zanny and oh my god, emotional. Yeah, yeah, bro.
uh, and
Yo, like
that people love.
people can be conditioned to like anything.
And I know. I mean, time and place great still, but where say what the woman them? Yeah, we can kind of say there's since recently
Last 10
the lyrics of
years,
songs change.
last
Yeah,
20 years.
the lyrics of the songs change and stuff versus when they are sing about, you know, as I said, maybe 10, 20 years ago. But for man, them, me not really think something, man, I sing about the same thing from a long time. That to
Yeah,
me,
but
so.
it kind of gets soft now, cause like, man,
Me feel like
yo,
it's,
how look how much man I talk about the black woman is God, black woman is God, and this, that. And look what the woman them I say, oh, niggas ain't shit.
no, I don't know, I don't agree with the man, but I feel like, man, I sing the same song for the last couple of years. Look for one man like
But it
Michael Jackson
accented
come
no,
with
man.
the
It accented no, man.
So look for one man like Michael
Accented.
Jackson come with their soft voice and them a sing about
The
woman.
way
A lot man I sing about the same thing for a long time. Most of what I say, yeah, maybe we do want them they lyrics change, but more than
I'm at the paradigm shift, real, man. Trust me. Really, really, really.
that's all with them on them. I feel like that not really change much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we just say originally we just say it's just weird, you know, and it's really from the what do you call it, from the left wing. You really see these thoughts and stuff, and to me
That's what I tell you, say, the left I
that's
go crazy,
extreme.
brother.
I extreme left. I think I extreme left that.
Brother, the world at the left right now, just I get mad, brother, cause like
And right.
yeah, especially like Black Lives Matter, them I say them want interrupt like the Western nuclear family structure. Yo, and like them opposed to men and all these things. I mean I feel say like yo, yo, the world need men and women in unison, brother. Like like people don't know how like the construct of family. If they really like study sociology and them thing, them don't know how single parenthood how like affect like males and females tremendously.
Mm-hmm. Mm. But people, you know, what that now comment on it right now. That's
Next
actually
podcast, man.
yeah, that's something else. We never go into something totally different. However, we never go into
Write it
something.
down for next podcast, man, because I trouble.